Let's get working. Let's start from our chair. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate your time. Let's start with our body nice and tall. Core is engaged. Arms are out to the side. We've done this one before. We're going to tilt and lean to the side. As we do that, we bring the other arm up towards the ceiling. Make sure your feet are wide. Right? Have a good base of support in your legs. Lean to the side. And we're going side to side. Right, tilting, leaning, bringing one hand towards the ground, bringing the other arm up towards the ceiling. We just go back and forth, trying to stay tall, right? So you're keeping a long, tall body, upper body, even as you lean. And engage your core. Keep that stomach nice and tight to help you maneuver and move. Really use those ab muscles to help you sit up from that down position. Every time you come up nice and tall, again, think about your core. Re-engage your abs as you lean to the side. Now, if you can't quite touch the floor, that's okay. You just touch wherever you can or reach wherever you can. And try to come down with the arm and up with the other arm. So it's like that seesaw effect. So one side goes down, the other arm comes up. Just a few more on each side. Continue to think about your stomach. Suck in the belly button as you go side to side. Should be feeling a pretty good stretch on the side of your body, around the rib cage, a little bit in the lower back area. One more time to each side. All right, nice and easy. Shake out those arms. So we're going to work on a little range of motion with our arms. We're going to do one side at a time. So I'm going to start with my right arm. And I'm just going to do a big circle with my arm. One at a time, big circle. So you're really trying to reach back as far as you can behind you. Then from there, start to come up as high as you can above you. And in front. So it's a really big loop, reaching back. And it's okay to turn your body a little bit, your torso, as you reach back. It's okay to turn and twist a little, just to increase that range of motion with the arm. And whatever you can do is whatever you can do. Hopefully you're just feeling a stretch with whatever range of motion you have. And if it's a little too much with the arm outstretched, you could bend the elbow or bend the arm at the elbow and do the same thing. You're just drawing a circle with the elbow now. So you can modify. You can make adjustments. You're still reaching back with that elbow as far as you can, and you're still trying to bring that elbow up towards the ceiling, and you still bring it forward. Make that big circle. One more time. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. So start to adjust and move. Adjust your body, that is, right? Because now you're on the other side. Now, if you have an armrest on your chair, you might have to sit a little closer to the edge on the side, so that you can avoid hitting that armrest as you move your arm. And of course, just be mindful of of where your arm is. Be careful. Go slow. Really reach back. Reach above the head. Really reach. And again, if this is tough, remember you can always bend at the elbow and reach and do your circular motion with the elbow. And the rules are still the same. You're reaching back with the elbow as far as you can, coming up above or towards the ceiling, and then to the front. Just a few more. And stop. Okay, so now we're going to do a little rotation, a little twist. If you have the arm bars on the chair, go ahead and grab one side with two hands and start to turn your body and twist and look over your shoulder. So you're trying to twist as much as you can. If you don't have an armrest on your chair, you can grab your legs, or you can do half and half where one hand is on the leg, the other hand is on the seat of your chair, and you're really pushing into that side of your leg and pushing into the seat of your chair to turn. So you're using your arms as leverage to help you twist. And just turn as much as you're comfortable with. Let's go to the other side. So you have options. You can grab the armrest on your chair, or have one hand on the leg, and then the other hand on the seat of your chair, trying to twist, turn. Don't overdo the stretch. Go slow. Build your flexibility. Nice and easy coming out of that. I'm going to turn my chair so you can get a side view. So now you're going to get close to the edge of your chair. And you're going to lean back. So as you lean back, you should have some space between your mid-low back, around the hips, all the way up to about the upper shoulders. And you should be almost in a nearly straight body line. From there, just bring your arms out to the side, straight out to the side, and let the arms gravitate towards the floor. So this is really helpful to do in a chair. If you're in a couch, this doesn't quite work, right? Or on the mat, it really doesn't work that well on the floor. So you need to be in a chair for this to work so that you can have the ability to keep your body straight, stay in the chair, and then bring your arms out to the side without anything being in your way and touching your arms. So you can really open up the chest with your arm weight and gravity doing the work for you. Nice and easy, come out of that. Guys and girls at home, please mute your Zoom. In fact, let's take a break. Check your camera, check your Zoom. Make sure you're on mute. I'm hearing conversations going on over there. Take a quick little break, check your mute, get some water. And let's get back to it. All right. Let's start with our feet. Our legs a little bit now. So feet first, toes, lifting. Doing some toe taps. Keep the heels down. Sit as tall as you can. Lift the toes. Toes lift up. Start to pick up the pace. Go quick. As quick as you can. You should start to feel something on the side of your shins. Should feel like it's getting a little hard to move your feet, your toes. It's hard to lift them up. That's what you want to get to. That's okay. Keep working through it. All right, heels come up, then down. So we're keeping the toes down now. So we're working on a little bit of ankle mobility, having to pick up the toes, and now going the other way, having to pick up the heels. So we're working on that ankle mobility to the front and back. We're also going to work on the sides in a little bit. So raising the heels quickly now, sitting tall. Raise your heels as quick as you can. And now it's almost like you're heel tapping. Quickly. Lift up and down real quick. All right, and stop. Okay, so here's how we're going to work on the sides. You're just going to roll your ankles to the side and then back in. Roll them out, back in. And your knees are going to move. That's fine. So we're purposefully rolling the ankles to the side. Little ankle mobility going on there. Rolling out to the side. Bending the ankle laterally, kind of giving it a little bit of flexion to the side. Lifting the arches, rolling out to the side. Now it's a little harder to go the other way, where you try, and let's try it, where we drop the arches, and then we try to pick up the sides of our feet. The knees are going to come inward, because the mobility for this move isn't really big. It's very limited with the mobility, trying to lift the sides of your foot, bringing the arches down. But you can see how you can kind of play with it. Play with your feet, manipulate your feet, and you create a little bit of mobility in the ankle. And we're going to get more mobility coming up here. You can feel those little muscles on the side of your legs to have to try to raise the side of your feet. So there's little muscles on the outside of your legs that are activating to help you raise the side of your foot. All right, moving on. Back up all the way, relax a little bit with the upper body. Let's work on our ankles more. Draw some circles, one at a time. So big circle with the foot. And you can tell, again, we're creating movement through our foot, which is giving you mobility in the ankle. So obviously you have a direction that you've been going on, or a path that you've been following. Change your path, reverse the direction. Opposite way now. Change legs, pick a direction, it doesn't matter, we're going to end up switching a little bit. Change directions. All right, relax. Moving on. Let's get our hands involved. We're going to play a little game. Just easy, real quick fingers. We won't spend too much time on it. Let's get our fingers and thumb, our index finger and thumb touching, then your middle finger and thumb touching, and you're trying to move quickly. You're trying to get your fingers to touch or tap each other very, very, very quickly. Move on to your ring finger and thumb. And all we're doing is working on our fine motor skills. Move to your pinky and thumb, which, fine motor skills, anything that requires your fingers. Eating, writing, remote control, your phone. Move to your index finger and thumb again. Guys and girls at home, check your mute. Lois and Dave, I think that's you. I feel like I hear your conversation going on. Can you please mute for me? Middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Okay, so now we're going to go very quickly, one finger at a time. Work your way through. So it's index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And you're trying to go quick. So once you get to the pinky, start over at the index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And just continue to work that way. Now try to do it with your eyes closed. So close your eyes. Start slow, index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And then continue to feel your fingers. Feel your body. Go slow. Take your time. So it's just a little different when you don't look at your fingers physically. You are now just becoming aware of your body without any kind of spatial awareness. Now you're going on feeling. You're feeling your body, which is good. You always want to be in good feeling with your body because it talks to you all the time. It lets you know when you're in pain, obviously. It talks to you when you're hungry, when you're dehydrated. The body's always communicating. All right, moving on. Next, some more leg work. So on this one, we'll sit all the way back. Let's pick up our leg. Full extension. One leg at a time. Fully extend. You're leaning back, but you're still thinking about your core. So even though your back is resting on the chair, suck in the stomach. Bring it in, extend out. Bring it in, extend out. Still think about your core. And you're just bending the knee, bringing that foot all the way in, then kicking that leg all the way out. Bringing it in, extend. In, extend. Bring it in, extend. And just keep working through that. Let's do 3 more. 3, tight tummy, suck in the stomach. 2, 1, switch legs immediately and get right into it on the other side. Extend, bring it in. Think about your core. Just a few more. And stop. All right. Good job. Moving on. Let's work on our shoulders a little bit. So we're going to work on just a little bit more of internal rotation through our rotator cuff. So from here, palms are facing up. We usually do this move with a band, but we're not going to use a band today. We're just going to see how far we can go without any kind of resistance. So you're sitting as tall as you can. Your forearms from your elbow to your hand are parallel to the ground. Always, both sides. So it's a 90-degree angle on your elbow. Bring your arms out or your fingers, your hands out as far as you can while bringing the elbows in tight to your body and move outward. So it's external rotation is what we're calling it, or or what it is called, through your shoulder. Come in, then out. Keep your upper arm in tight to your body, then move the lower arm out away from your body, moving the hands outward, keeping the elbows in. So that's the challenge. You want to imagine someone's hugging you around your upper arm and you can't move your upper arm away from your body. You're in tight. All you can do is move your forearms out to the side. So external rotation, you should feel something going on in your shoulder, your arm, as you come out wide. We're able to get a bigger range of motion without the band. It's great to have that resistance for the band, but we don't really need it all the time. Sometimes just stretching, working through the range of motion can be just as good, or if not better. Still sitting tall, your shoulders are back a little bit. Still keep those elbows in tight to your body. Move the hands away. Shoulders are back, core is engaged. All right, moving on, still working on some external rotation here. So from here, elbows are at a 90, arms are up 90 degrees in the elbow. Right, so your upper arm is parallel, your lower arm from elbow to your hand is perpendicular to the ground. So we're going to bring the hands down towards the floor while keeping your elbows up at shoulder height. Now my hands are completely relaxed, but my elbows are up and my shoulders are working to keep that upper arm elevated in the air down to the side. Try to force now your hands back. So you're trying to get your forearms perpendicular to the ground again, but now your hands are pointing down, right? And then we come up. Now the hands are pointing up and the forearms are perpendicular. So you can feel and see that rotation that's happening in the shoulder. Down as far as you can. Come all the way up, which is easy. Coming down is the challenge. Right around here, you might get stuck. And that's okay. Work through your range of motion. Try to increase your flexibility every time you come down. It's like you're slowly inching it down. Right? You're slowly working at it, little by little, working on the range of motion. Doing what you can. Don't judge yourself. Let's do two more. You can really feel these in the shoulders. It's a great therapy exercise for shoulders and rotator cuff. Last one, and relax. Shake out those arms. We're going to actually add a little therapeutic move for your arm. Shoulder, legs are wide. Leaning onto one leg with your elbow and forearm. And now you're just letting your other arm dangle in between the legs and just draw a circle. So you're just kind of building a little momentum with the arm and trying to allow it to be completely relaxed in the hand especially. Your hand, there shouldn't be any tension in your hand, right? And you're creating that movement through the upper arm. And you're just letting it swing in a circle in between the legs. And it's almost like we feel a little bit of a relaxing pull on the shoulder. Your arm weight and gravity are kind of decompressing that shoulder joint a little bit, so to speak, because you're having this weight kind of pull down towards the gravity, or with gravity, being pulled to the floor. It should feel really relaxed in your hand, and that's what you're going for. Go to the other side. And it doesn't matter the direction on the circle, just a direction that's comfortable for you, that's easy to maintain the momentum. Keep swinging that arm around, keep moving it. Remember, it's just dangling there, but it's going in a circle. Nice and easy. All right, let's work on some squats. We always got to do the squats in here. Get ready. I know these are tough, but try to do what you can. Stand all the way up, all the way back down. If you need to use your hands to push yourself up off the legs. If you need to use your hands on your chair, you have an armrest on your chair, push yourself up. So this is a very functional move. We do this every day. Getting up off the couch, getting off the dining room chair, off the patio chair, off the toilet, everything. Getting out of bed sometimes, depending on the height of your bed. So continue to work as you sit all the way down, sit all the way back up. Do what you can. If you can't quite keep up with my pace, that is okay. You do your own pace. Create your own rhythm. Do what you can. Don't judge yourself. We're all working. So we're all working hard. Whether you're doing a lot or a little bit of squats, it doesn't matter. If you're going at my speed or slower, it's all relative. Doesn't matter. It's all relative to you. As long as you feel like you're working, then you're good. Don't worry about anyone else. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, we're going to stay standing. 1. And we're going to finish with calf raises. This is the last thing we do. So you can either use the backrest of your chair or something a little taller. We're going to work on calf raises. So we're lifting the heels, coming all the way down until our feet are nice and flat. Lift the heels up, come all the way down. Lift and lower. And that's all we're doing. So we're working on our calves, which is the back of our lower leg. And this is also a very important muscle that helps us with our walking, our balance, all that footwork that we do. Taking a step and stabilizing the ankle. The calf is a major role player in that. As we move and walk, calf is a major role player in that as well. So it's good to work on the squatting and it's good to work on the calves. All right, if you're trying to work on your balance, practice your balance. If you struggle getting up and out of the chair, work on that. All right, we're only meeting once a week, so these are things that you should be doing on your own every day if you want to get better, if you want to improve. Once a week is not enough. You need more. Continue to raise those calves, those heels. Let's do 20, 19, 18, 17. Lift as high as you can. 15. Really raise those heels. 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Good job. Maybe let's do a little stretching for those calves if you felt it. Have your hand on the back and have 2 hands on the backrest of your chair and bring one leg back. And that leg is straight back with the heel down, toes pointing straight forward, straight ahead. Drop the heel, back leg is straight, you should feel a good stretch in the back of your lower leg. This is a great stretch to do every day, in fact, because if you're walking a lot, this is a really good stretch to do. Switch legs. So again, back leg is nice and straight. Drop that heel down, I should say, that back heel down. And we're all done. Great job, everyone. Bravo.